Hello, welcome back. I am Tanya and this is the Soapy Bubble ND. Today we're talking about fragrance oils and testing. And I normally don't do a lot of testing with fragrance oils, except for sometimes when I have extra from my master batch of oils and there's not a lot and I'm going to change up the recipe. So that's what happened this time. I had just a few ounces and I had some fragrance oils that I wasn't really liking out of the bottle, you know, like when you smell them. Sometimes they bloom in the soap and sometimes they tank in the soap. And instead of just using them and making a full batch, I decided, hey, I'm just going to do some testing. So check out the chit chat at the end and let's go check out how these fragrance oils performed. Okay, and to our soap testing. So I actually had 8 ounces of oils left over from my master batch. And like I said, this was a perfect opportunity for me to do some oil testing. And you see me, there's a lot of times I don't test. I'll be like, I've never used this fragrance, and I just throw it into a batch of soap. And since I had this opportunity, I was like, I'm just going to take this and test a few of these new ones that I had because I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out. Testing notes, sometimes the reviews are 5 years ago, and so much has changed with fragrances in the last 5 years that it's not even compatible. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes out of the bottle, it smells weird. Also, you gotta remember there's different ways to test, like the type of soap you make. A hot process is totally different than cold process because you can get a soap fragrance oil to stick easier in hot process than cold process because it's already saponified when you add the fragrance oil. Melt and pour is totally different. Liquid soap, sometimes you'll have it where like my shower gel will split because of what the fragrance oil contains. My liquid soap, sometimes it'll just get like really stiff and it has to basically sit and rest before it becomes fluid again, you know? So depending on what type of soap you make, you have to test. So the first one is in the pink, and that is, okay, it's Apple Blossom by Aztec Candle Company. Now, Aztec has been trying to blow up their Facebook page by having different giveaways, and one of the giveaways is if you buy something and put a review in, you could win $500. Here are the reviews though. This is my problem. Great smell, love it. All these smell wonderful. Love this scent. New scent, love it. It's great. It's amazing. Perfect for lotions, candles, and my sugar scrubs. Can't wait to try this. Another wonderful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. There's nothing on soaping. Nothing. It's after 500 reviews, nothing on soaping. No, I didn't go through 500. I just, you know. Are the reviews in order or not? I don't know. So, okay. So we do the thing. We make the soap batter, and I mixed it with the pink mica and put it in here at a ratio of 5% usage because I can use it at least 5%, but I like to test 5% because sometimes it's like, even if you can use it at 6, let's see what the basic 5% does, right? So remember, the Apple Blossom is from Aztec and it's the pink one. Because, like, I might lose my notes before the end of this video, and then we're going to need to review. I usually test in, like, the little 1 ounce circles, you know, but sometimes it's really hard to get a good, you know, and then I have to use my smaller scale because it's such a small amount of fragrance oil. So the fragrance oil is actually in the mica, okay? So that beautiful green is apple moss green, and that contains crisp apple iced wine from Wholesale Supplies Plus. My soap batter is chunky before I even added the fragrance oil. What can I say? It happens. I don't think I was really, you know, paying much attention to my, like, the like what my lye water was at and what my oils were at, the temperature and all that. But crisp apple ice wine is from Wholesale Supplies Plus, like I said, has some really great sparkling notes. And as far as reviews go, this is why I have such a problem. One from 2026 says nice, and one from 2020 says strong scent. How are you supposed to base anything on that? They do have some of their own. It says acceleration slight, color after the cure yellow, separation none. I would like it if they would say, this is a strong scent in cold processed soap. This is a medium scent in cold processed soap, which is what Nurture's Handmade does and Nature's Garden. Just so you know, they do put strong scent, medium scent, kind of light scent. So you know, because light scents work great for lotions and scrubs. Strong scents, sometimes you need them in the cold processed soap, So that is the green. The crisp apple ice wine is the green. And so our last fragrance oil that we're testing is Winterberry Prosecco fragrance oil. And so really interesting notes. My problem was the acceleration not tested. They say they tested it, but then it's not tested, not tested, not tested, not tested. Well, that doesn't help me. And then the customer reviews, there's one from 425, and it's like, loves it, no change in colors. Great scent, does rice. That's from 2024. And it's like, okay, lotion, great. What are the freaking notes for soap? And like, that is my big deal with Aztec, is people just want the 2 seconds to put, oh, great smell, and hope they win a $500 gift certificate. Okay. However, remember the one that said no color change? Yeah. Watch this white one, you guys. Watch this white one. So no mica, just the fragrance oil. All of them at 5%. If you want to see me do more of these testing videos, just, drop a comment below so I know that you're interested. Otherwise, I won't record them. So all that's left is to cover it with shrink wrap and either pop it. I would put a towel over the shrink wrap if I was you, or put it on a heat pad, or just leave it set. I just let it set because I wanted to see what it would do without popping it, right? And there's not much unmolding to this because I forgot to start the video when I unmolded. So there we go. There we are. This is the next day. And the results are the apple blossom has very little scent. I would call that a dud for cold process soap. It might work in hot process. Our second scent was the crisp apple ice wine. Yes, I do get notes of apples, a little effervescent. I would say it's a medium scent though, okay? Our last soap is the Winterberry Prosecco from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And this one, nice scent retention. Really, really nice. If it wasn't for the color, I would definitely probably give it 5 stars. As you know, I was taking care of critters last week, and I have to say, kudos to the old guy at our farm and fleet store runnings. Like, I walked in to get chicken feed, and I don't know how big these bags are. Are they 25 pounds? Are they 50 pounds? I have no idea. They're heavy, and I don't lift a lot of heavy stuff, not since I was roofing with my dad. So heavy stuff and me don't always agree. But anyway, my son conveniently forgot to pick up the chicken feed, and so it was my job. And so I walk in there, get a cart, go in the back, and I lift up this bag and get it in the cart. The sad thing is there's 2 guys, 2 young kids, workers, not 30 feet from me. And do they offer to help? No. And I'm just like, you guys, if I could have hit them with the bag, I would have. So I grabbed another bag of feed and got into the cart. This old guy and this other kid come along, and the old guy, like older than me, okay, like 70s, and he's like, do you need some help? And I'm like, I'd appreciate it if you could just pick up that one. I just need one more bag. And he's like, of course. What is this world coming to? It's your job. And I know it's their job. It's the guy's job to pick up those bags for people, to help them, to, you know, it's like, it's your job. And they're sitting there, they're just gabbing away. So I was really upset, really PO'd, you know. And then they usually ask you at the checkout if you want assistance getting your stuff into your vehicle. Nope. Didn't ask me a dang thing. I'm like, boy, is service really going downhill here? Like, so then I get out to the parking lot, you know, and I gotta get these bags of feed out of the cart and into my Suburban, and I did it. I got it. By the time I got home, I had no problem lifting those bags and to put them in, like one gets dumped in this bin on the outside, and then those are the crumbles, and then the pellets, which are for the bunnies, they get dumped in. Oh, those don't get dumped. No, those get stacked right beside the hole the bunnies have to go outside. Kid you not. So it was an extravaganza. I got some muscles building here. No. Oh, but anyway, that is all for today. I will leave you with 3 things. We can't change everything. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. And I will see you next time. God bless.